to studs up, and it's still on. Anyone hoping for that Spurs relegation, you can breathe a sigh of relief after that Dominic Calvert-Lewin penalty. Fortunately, I'm joined by two people who would never hate watch, not in their wildest dreams. I'm joined by Jason Cundy and Rory Jennings. How are you, gentlemen? You're not in a hate watch, are you?
Well, I am with Mr. O'Hara on Tuesday evening, live on the TalkSport YouTube channel. It's going to be epic.
Oh, you're doing it?
Are you doing
live
it?
watch along?
Live watch along. Yes, 8:15 kickoff. We're live from 7 o'clock. Then we're doing the sports bar afterwards. It's going to be, either way, whatever way the game goes, it's going to be immense.
That's incredible. And how are you, Rory? How are you feeling about that Leeds equaliser, Calvert-Lewin penalty?
I'm feeling very good about that, but I am feeling a bit sheepish. You know, in my career doing this, I've made some errors. You know, the Erling Haaland one. My God, did I make an error this week?
What do you mean?
I went heavy. I was so wrong, but I went heavy saying that the goal, Callum Wilson's goal, should have stood, that it wasn't a foul.
Oh, yeah?
Do you know when you just get caught up in the emotion of it and in the moment?
The other things cloud your
Yeah,
opinion, mate.
yeah. I've completely seen what I've wanted to see.
Yeah.
I didn't really analyse it. I just hoped it went in.
So how did you put this out there? Where did it go?
Live.
Oh, yeah, I saw
I was
this.
live.
Oh,
Were you doing laps around the studio? I saw you doing laps around the studio.
Yeah, I was live. I just got it completely wrong. I know it's one of those mea culpa, you know, where you hold your hands up and you're like, I got this completely wrong, even when it was there in front of me. Because I wasn't really looking. I was seeing what I wanted to see as well. I started talking about Trossard actually fouling. Trossard being the reason that
Trossard had a role in the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's no mistake about that. But ultimately, it is a foul.
It's a foul.
Well, you know what? We were going to do Spurs first, but let's do Arsenal first because we're touching it already. I was going to say, well, it says here, the prompt is disallowed goal. Are we all in agreement? It's a foul. Let's move on. Because I saw that reaction. I mean, let's be real. I
completely lost
got that
my head.
wrong, man.
No, badly. Completely got it wrong. But I didn't have the luxury of different views. We're watching it in a studio. Like, I have no excuses. I saw what I wanted to see. I thought it was a robbery. I believed.
Were you blinkered?
I was completely blinkered.
You were completely
I was
blinkered.
completely blinkered. And I went heavy.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you did. You did.
It was completely
I thought you were going to disagree with me today by saying it's a foul. I mean,
No.
Cundy, it's a foul. It's as
foul.
simple as that.
It's a foul. And the thing is, there's so many moving parts to what happened before that. The irony is, and it's not lost on me or anyone, the fact that Arsenal have been doing that all season, and they happen to get that of the most crucial decision VAR possibly is ever going to do in the Premier League, certainly in recent times, that they get that decision going their way. But the truth is, it is a foul.
Yeah.
You can't get away from it.
Yeah. That's. Do you know why I think I got it completely and utterly wrong? It was like embarrassingly wrong. It was one of those. But where I feel like because of the severity of the situation, the title could have been won there. Relegation could have been confirmed there. I feel like VAR and the referees decided to referee it properly.
Yeah.
They decided to make sure that they didn't get it wrong because of what was at stake.
I think that's exactly right. You have people like Schmeichel, right, going, this is terrible for the Premier League. I think they got it. If anything, I think it's an advertisement for how VAR can get it so right.
But it's an embarrassment because of things that they haven't refereed it to that standard.
The inconsistency
throughout the season.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I think that's right.
Well, maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong, but when you get to a situation of that level, you want the decision to be right. So there have been many discrepancies where you look at some of the goals that were scored, and Arsenal were involved in the vast majority.
Opening game of the season against Man United.
Yeah, but Saliba's being very busy there.
Yeah,
as well.
I mean, I think what we're looking at a season that's played out under a certain rule and the way that it's been VAR'd or refereed, whatever you want to look at it. And we get to a stage of this season where you've got to still referee the game either via VAR or the referee going across or whatever it might be. You've got to come to the right decision. The right decision has been come to. What really does grind my skin is Arteta. Because Arteta comes out, right? He's such a charlatan. He comes out and all of a sudden VAR, they got a tough job. Where was he when Anthony Gordon went down the wing? Where was that? Where was he then when other things? And he's not alone. They're all at it. But the hypocrisy of him
praising
and managing.
Yeah.
Arteta praise it. Look, they're the best
I think
side.
he's got you rattled, Jace. I think he knows exactly what he's doing by saying that.
But here's the thing. They're all at it.
Yeah.
They're all at it. But Arteta is the worst for it because he will see things a bit, because he's the protagonist that does it the most with set pieces. All of a sudden one goes his way, now he's there. Oh,
Saying the referees have a hard time when things are going well. Do you know who did it?
Well done, you lot. Well, honestly, you lot, I feel for you. No, you don't.
No.
Yeah, do you know what? Postecoglou did it. Do you remember when Postecoglou first arrived and he had that amazing run? I think they played 10, drew 8.
Yes.
Won 8, drew 2, lost none. He came out of that and something didn't go his way and they ultimately still won the game. And he went, look, referees have it hard. They're top of the league. Referees have it hard. We should always be very respectful. Suddenly, they're down the bottom and they were potentially going to go down and he didn't get a decision. And then he's like...
The mask slips. The mask, all of a
Yeah.
sudden you go, especially the end.
Suddenly it doesn't. Suddenly the Postecoglou mask is...
I know.
It's
not all
squiffy.
about that.
Yeah,
all about
I just
that.
realised what I said.
Well
but
done.
no, but the mask always slips. I remember watching Klopp talking about referees and things. And then all of a sudden, the decision doesn't go his way. All of a sudden, they're the worst in the world, but they're all at it.
So let's open it up a bit further then. Do the rules need to change?
Yes.
Right, Rory, you hear me mention at the top of every show, this is brought to you by TalkSport Bet. Have you had a chance to check them out yet?
Yeah, I have, mate. And more importantly, I've checked out the welcome offer. It is actually ridiculous.
It really is. It really is. And I'll tell you guys exactly what that is. It is bet £10 and get £40 in free bets, not up to £40 in free bets. And you've just got to go to www.talksportbet.com/studs up. And we'll put the link in the description as well.
Mate, it's one of those. If you are betting anything this weekend, whatever you are thinking of doing, you basically have to do it this way. You bet a tenner, you get £40 free bets.
That's unreal. Well worth snapping up. And I'll tell you the URL again. It's talksportbet.com/studs up. 18 plus, obviously, and gamble responsibly. Now let's get back to the chaos.
I saw this theory put forward. What do you think of this? I forget, and I apologise to whoever put it forward because I think it's a great idea. No attacking player in the 6-yard box.
We spoke about this on Sports Bar months ago.
Well,
We spoke about this
maybe
on
I should be
Sports Bar months
citing you as the genius behind
Well, no,
this.
explain it.
So no, it's from a set piece. From a set piece, or
Right.
it doesn't necessarily have to be only all set pieces, but specifically corners. You can have the debate whether it should be all set pieces. No attacking player is allowed in the 6-yard box. It would definitely... I don't necessarily agree with the rule, but something needs to change.
I don't like that.
Because some set-piece situations now, they're more akin to an NFL setting than they are a football setting.
I think there has to be hustle and bustle. But, I mean, for example, that was definitely a foul. I don't necessarily think because of the way he's jumped up with him, but he's holding his arm.
No, that was too
I
much.
think that's
No,
impeding the goalkeeper doing his job,
I'm
right?
not at all talking about that issue. Just generally, not the issue. In the issue, I got it wrong because there was a foul. Generally, goalkeepers are an overprotected species.
Yeah.
They're an overprotected.
Do you not think they should be protected a little bit, though?
No, I think they're overprotected. If you challenge a goalkeeper, you're almost definitely going to give a foul. In the way that if a fullback gets his body in front of the winger, the winger will concede the foul. If the fullback goes down, foul. Keeper goes down, foul. I do think that there is a little bit too much of that.
Okay.
But I do think that something needs to change. Or we just open it up. Or we go, look, you talk to the captains and you say, look, we're going to be very lenient on what's going to... Grappling. Grappling is now part and parcel.
No, that won't
Over
work.
to you.
That won't work because then you will turn into like
Scrums.
wrestling.
Scrums, yeah.
And then the problem we've got now is that we will then rely more on VAR to dissect and look at every single incident and the time frame. What incident happened first? What was the first foul? I don't want that. No one wants that. No one wants that. I think we've reached a stage where, and this is credit to Arteta and Arsenal, they have seen there's a gap in the market about how you can take advantage of set pieces, and they are the kings at it. They are the best. And I said this ages on Studs Up. I want Chelsea to be more like Arsenal.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
I want, and
The
that's
dark arts of it all,
that's
then.
what I'm talking about. They're the best at it. Don't hate them for it. Admire them for it. You can dislike it because for the greater good of the game, something has to change.
Yeah.
But we're now going back to your original point. And again, I agree with you. There is a bitter irony that the team that are the best at benefiting from it are now the team that have kind of got away with one.
I agree with that. Yeah, I do agree with that. I saw that there was a bit of injustice there, which I completely agree with. Let's stay on Arsenal for a couple more questions. Do they drop points now?
No.
No.
You think that's it?
Who?
No.
There's nobody to drop
Well,
points
Burnley
to.
Palace.
No,
No, not having it.
No, it's cooked.
impossible. It's
That was the
impossible.
only game. That's why that VAR decision was so massive because everyone knew.
Awarded the title.
Everyone knew. At that moment, because they're going to beat Burnley, they're going to beat Palace. That was the moment. That's why it was so.
Yeah, I
big.
agree. There is no jeopardy now around Arsenal winning the league, and if you don't want them to win it, it's time to now just rationalise and process. They're going to win it, and then we need to start talking about the European Cup. Not us now, but it becomes a question of the European Cup rather than the Premier League.
Sorry, like, all you've got is Spurs relegation now. That's all you've got
That's
to hang
not
your hopes
happening
on.
either, I don't think.
Well, we'll get onto it. Don't go in yet. Piers Morgan was on breakfast and he said this could be one of the greatest squads in football history.
For God's sake, Piers. For God's sake. He's better than this. The thing that baffles me.
He's not better than this.
He is better than this.
Well done, Piers. You got him.
I'll tell you what
You got
baffles me about Piers Morgan. This is the bit that just doesn't chime with the man that we know. I don't know him personally. This is the bit that doesn't chime. Piers Morgan goes to follow him on social media, follow his kids on social media. They go to Arsenal week in, week out. He's a dedicated, loyal fan who has been a dedicated, loyal fan for decades. So when he says something as ludicrous as Jurriën Timber gets into an Arsenal all-time 11 at right back, coming from, some divvy kid on social media, you're like, okay, I can rationalise this, you're irrelevant. Morgan goes and knows, and he watched Lee Dixon play with his own eyes. Forget Lee Dixon. Bakary Sagna is a better Arsenal right back as of today than Jurriën Timber. It's bonkers.
I don't know though.
Oh, come on, mate. He's had a good 6 months.
I think
He's
that's,
never
I
better
think
than.
that's
He's
more
never
far more debatable than you're making it out to
okay.
be.
Forget. I use Sagna to be flippant. Forget that one.
Okay, fine.
Lee Dixon. Forget that one. Lauren. Obviously not. It's just bonkers.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think if you really want to look, if you come down from Mars and you say, show me an Arsenal fan, and you had to tell them, just show them Piers Morgan. He encapsulates everything that is all about how bad Arsenal fans are and how deluded at times they are about their own significance in the last 20 years of the Premier League.
He really leans into it.
Honestly, but honestly, he's like the Messiah.
Yeah.
No, he is.
Yeah, he's a guru.
He's the Messiah.
He's a guru.
Yeah.
There's two things. And do you know what? I always pledge to not be affected. But do you know when I find myself, that meme or that Sir Alex Ferguson, when he had his fist clenched?
Yeah.
I find myself doing that to Piers Morgan tweets. Especially, seen him tweet about Lionel Messi? Do you follow him on social media?
No.
Piers Morgan has the ability to just make me care about things that... Piers Morgan's opinion on Lionel Messi shouldn't matter to me, should it? It shouldn't. But for some reason it does.
I'll tell you what.
Why? What did he say about Messi?
I tell you the opinion that matters. Ain't about Messi. It's his opinion on Ronaldo. That's the problem.
The two go hand in hand.
Right, that's okay. Okay.
The two go
So
hand in hand.
his opinion of Ronaldo is that he thinks he's the best player that's ever lived. It's not even close.
It's close.
It's not close.
It is close.
It's not close.
What's close?
Oh, of course it's close.
What's close?
It's the Bruno Fernandes
close?
thing again,
Wait,
Jace.
wait.
Jace.
Hold on.
Wait.
Hold on.
Just wait a second. What are you saying? It's that they're on different planets.
Yeah, Lionel Messi is a completely different species.
Well,
to
then
Cristiano Ronaldo.
that's all I need to know about your debate. Is that you think they're on two different planets? It's close, guys. It's close. You can edge towards Messi or edge
Not as a
towards
footballer,
Ronaldo.
not as a footballer.
So
Can't edge anyway, mate.
Not as a footballer.
Look, I'll be honest.
Can't
with
edge.
You. Hold on.
There's no edging.
Hold on.
There is no edge.
Where are you edging?
Don't edge.
Clip it. Right. Okay. Look. You can edge to. You can look at Cundy.
Yeah, he's furious.
Jace,
He's furious with you, and I'm the same.
Look. I get it. People might think Messi is unbelievable, but there's not an astronomical. There's not an astronomical difference between the two.
That's where
it's
I
close.
disagree.
No, but it's close.
No, it isn't.
But of course it's close.
No, Cristiano Ronaldo is an amazing product. But
If you're telling me Messi and no debate, then that's all I need to know
Lionel
about your
Messi is a
debate.
sort of genius, a genius, a God-given...
This isn't even on the running order, by the way.
Yeah, but this is because of you. See,
no,
this is
you
you.
guys brought it up.
You spin us into all sorts of different directions,
Look,
cause mayhem for our editor.
They're both.
Be proud of yourself.
I think they're the first and second best player of all time.
No,
they're not.
No,
They're not. Lionel Messi is in the league.
Ronaldo?
Go on.
Diego Maradona.
Oh, skin.
Bang.
There you go. Right.
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldo can't lace their boots.
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldo
Better than
can't.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Come
Listen,
on.
I ain't going there. What I am doing, I'm going 1 and 2, and it's so close. Messi and Maradona. Ronaldo, it's one of those. When you've got those two there, you're going.
Hold on. Guys,
That's the chasm.
You stick Cristiano Ronaldo in Maradona's era. What's he doing?
Nothing.
Tearing it up.
Something not as good as
Oh,
Diego
come on,
Maradona.
guys. Don't be silly with that. Messi and Ronaldo are the best two players we've ever seen. It's close between them.
No, it's not. No.
It's not.
If you're saying there's an astronomical
really think
difference,
there is.
that's all I need to know about your argument. I think it's close.
If there's two of them,
But it isn't.
I would edge towards Ronaldo, and I'll be real because
Edge!
Yeah, but because
we're not edging.
I'm not edging.
You're
I wouldn't do
edging.
that. I'm
because
sorry about
obviously
that.
there's a slight Man United bias. Of course there is. I will admit to that. Of course there is. I adore the man, but I think it's close either way. If you're telling me they're on different planets and Maradona's ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo, then that's all I need to know about you two.
In that era,
I think it can work both ways.
in that era, Maradona, he blew my mind. Maradona, you go and watch videos of him at Napoli. Honestly,
no,
the
he's
stuff,
unbelievable.
And I know, but no one on the planet at that time was doing that stuff. Everyone tells me that Pele is supposed to be the greatest player in the world. I don't know. If you put Ronaldo back into the 1950s, he would blow their mind. He'd be like an alien.
Yeah, no,
He'd be like an alien.
Of course.
Because of how far the game has moved on, technically, what he can do with the ball, tricks. I mean, the game has changed dramatically. But I'm still looking at 86 Maradona. And I looked at what he done to me and how he blew my mind. I'm looking at the closest thing I've ever seen to Maradona is Messi. Ronaldo.
You guys are
Ronaldo-
dribbling.
No,
Weight of pass, vision.
Ronaldo has that too.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Not to the same degree. He just doesn't.
Honestly, guys.
He doesn't.
No. Don't. No. Why have you put dribbling? Why have you done that? Because Maradona can dribble. Ronaldo can dribble.
When you describe Maradona and you talk about the way he's weaving it, and don't get me wrong, he's unbelievable. An unbelievable player. Of course, he's out of this world. But Cristiano Ronaldo in that era would have maybe outperformed Maradona.
Yeah, of course, because of the level.
there you go then.
Yeah, but that's of its era. That's why Pele will never ever be better than, in my opinion.
I agree with that.
But here's the thing: the most naturally gifted footballers I've ever seen, naturally gifted, that can just that can do things that make you go, how's it? I watch Ronaldo, and I've seen players do things Ronaldo have done. I've seen things that Messi and Maradona have done. I've never seen players do before.
Well, why does naturally gifted take priority over hard work?
Because
I don't think that should.
Because
it's
there
just
has
more
to.
aesthetic, isn't it?
Because you
It's
get
more aesthetic.
It's more aesthetic.
That is.
hold on,
That's
hold
what
on.
you're prioritising.
It's a better in terms of a better footballer.
it's
Lionel
aesthetically
Messi to me feels God given.
Yes.
Whereas Cristiano Ronaldo feels he gave it. He worked and he
That's
did
not a
it.
good enough metric for
No,
me.
no.
The fact that that his ability is God given
no.
and Ronaldo's worked for it. The fact of the matter is, what do they do on the pitch? Whether you work on it or whether it's God given.
The grace and poise of Lionel Messi is unrivaled.
How have we got here, by the way?
Because of you.
Okay, fine. Right, I'll take it.
Take off your Man United hat, honestly. You
Yeah, you are bad for it.
Well, let's move on swiftly. Well done, Piers. You've done it again.
Morgan.
You've done it
Yeah,
again.
well done, Morgan.
Well done, Morgan.
Let's play Morgan.
do you know what? We're all PSG, aren't we?
We are massively, yeah.
Well, let's talk. Yeah, I know. We'll talk about Spurs now. There's something still for all De Zerbi's back-to-back wins. That no one saw that coming. There's still something not quite right about them. Where do you guys have them in this relegation battle? Because they're only 2 points ahead of West Ham.
I think De Zerbi's done wonders, actually.
Yeah.
I think De Zerbi's done wonders. It's not his fault that Matthias Tell is a complete bozo. Is it? It's not his fault. Matthias Tell, Cundy, you can help me with this.
I don't think he has done wonders.
Is it?
I'll tell you where he hasn't done
footballing-
wonders. He's played Wolves. He's played the worst Villa performance
They were losing
I've
every
ever seen.
week, Jay. They haven't got a win this year until he went out.
Villa away. That Villa performance was disgusting.
Yes, agreed.
They basically, it was a buy
Yeah.
for Spurs. And then I've done a show with O'Hara, and O'Hara was showing how brilliant Spurs were. They were good. Villa were turgis. The worst performance I think I've ever seen under Villa in recent years. Yeah. And I think you got all of a sudden they come up against a well-organised team that's prepared to fight and do something about it. Leeds.
But they looked at times. Look, I know it could have gone differently when that Longstaff shot at the end. I mean, Kinski could go down in history. That save could be, worth its weight in gold. Yeah. But I do think that Tottenham look better. The only thing that we need to talk about though is Matthias Tell. He scores a beautiful goal, wonderful goal. Cundy, look, you play all right. Is he?
Players do.
Thick?
Players do.
What are you doing a bicycle kick with no understanding of awareness? It's so basic.
Joe, if he was sat here now, he would not be able to answer that question.
It was instinct.
Did you see the move when he crossed it in?
I know. Yeah.
Did you see when he crossed it in?
Honestly, mate, it's good delivery. That.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's honestly.
It would have been a great assist.
Yes, he was on the end of it.
What was it? What's the best case scenario there?
Well, I think that probably gives you an indication as to where his brain was at. when you're in that situation so desperate, you do strange things. You do alien things. Players do things in matches that that's not their natural game. Those two things, the cross across his own box and the overhead kick.
Well, I think it is his natural game. I think, like you say, it's on instinct, right? And I think he's
that way.
He's instinctively creative, and he's decided to do something.
No, but you know the bicycle kick. I think under normal circumstances, in a game that didn't have that high octane jeopardy, I think what he does is he might try and bring it down, which wouldn't be the best, or head it. Heaven forbid you do something really old fashioned. He tries to bicycle kick it without any awareness. It's like, surely I can't do a bicycle kick, right? But before you try it, before Trevor Sinclair did that against Barnsley,
you can do
probably had a little look around to make sure that you're not taking someone's head off.
Yeah.
He had no idea that Ethan Ampadu was within 5 yards of him.
No, he lost his mind. You're right, yeah. So, okay, well, we're split then. De Zerbi in, De Zerbi out, De Zerbi, we're not too sure.
De Zerbi's done a good job. They were a team that were in total freefall.
I think that he has been quite fortunate. They drew at home against. They won 2 games at home all season.
Yeah, they don't like playing at home.
Right.
They're away form. Have you seen this? They're 19th in the table for home form.
Mm-hmm.
They're 5th for away form.
Their away form is better.
They like playing away. They don't want the pressure of White Hart Lane.
Yeah, but also Wolves relegated. Villa were terrible that day. I don't think you can draw too much on that. And what happened is it came home to roost the other night against Leeds. Who have they got next?
Yeah, it's terrible, isn't it?
Wow.
It's terrible.
We'll get onto it. We'll get onto it now. Why not? Let's talk about your beloved Chelsea, shall we?
One win in 37 years at Stamford Bridge. One win in 37 years. You know what's going to happen, don't you?
No, you're saying the script is written, right?
It's terrible, but
hold on a second. About a month ago, I would say, only a month ago, you guys were licking your lips and rubbing your hands at the prospect of relegating Spurs. And now you're on the other end where you think you can keep them up. Is that what you're telling me?
A week is a long time in football, isn't it?
Yeah.
And 5 weeks feels like a lifetime. It's almost a manager cycle at Chelsea. So, yeah, I'm not feeling confident about it at all. Jason, how are you feeling?
Gosh.
I share that pessimism. The thing about Spurs, they are a scared animal. They're scared. And we saw that when Leeds equalised. We looked at a team that couldn't string passes together. The crowd got on top of them. This Chelsea crowd, the problem that we have, and I'm getting me excuses earlier, we play against Man City in the FA Cup on the Saturday.
Oh, jeez.
Right? They moved the game to the Tuesday. They could have moved it to the Thursday, and they didn't. They moved it to the Tuesday. So any Spurs fan out there that thinks that the Premier League want them to get relegated, the truth is they could have moved it to the Thursday and they didn't.
That's very conspiracy theory-esque.
I'm just saying, don't at me because the Premier League want them to get relegated.
What do you think in terms of the cup final being first? Winning, both scenarios. Let's do it. Are we more likely to beat Tottenham if we win the cup?
You want the cup final first. This is
the cup final is first. No, what I'm saying is,
you want that.
Are
right?
we? Yeah, I'm a traditionalist. I feel like the cup should be at the end of the season. Like that's just old-fashioned values.
But you'd rather, in the scenario we're in right now, you would rather have the cup final before the Spurs game, right? Or are you telling me
what I'm trying to work out is, are we more likely to beat Tottenham if we win? So if we win the cup, the feeling's good. We've just won silverware at Wembley. We've beaten Man City. Guardiola's going to end the season trophyless. Does that make Chelsea more likely to beat Tottenham or less likely because we've effectively ended our season?
Shouldn't matter.
It
shouldn't matter because it's Chelsea Spurs.
Okay. Fine.
That shouldn't matter. One thing I will say about that, and I've been asked this, what would you rather, Chelsea win the FA Cup?
Oh, that's dumb.
Right? Yeah. Or relegate Spurs? Give me the FA Cup.
Yeah, no, I think that's a crazy. I've seen that doing the rounds on social media.
Spurs.
Surely.
Nah,
there was a clip of a Chelsea fan that went quite viral suggesting that he wants to lose a cup final and all that.
No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it's ludicrous.
I thought, Rory, you were about to say you'd rather take the Spurs relegation.
No. I'm desperate for Tottenham to go down, but not at the expense of a cup. Like, well, look, silverware. Ryan, I was born in an era where Chelsea went 25 years without a trophy. Yeah. Like, I'm never going to be sneery towards silverware. I'm old enough to have gone to Highbury when they would sing No Silverware Us. So I'm never ever going to start talking about silverware in a sneery way. But I would still love to relegate Tottenham. Yeah. But I just think if we win the cup, Tottenham will beat us because our season is. We would have won the cup.
I don't know about that, mate. I don't.
Well, you think the cup might give us?
No. I don't think the cup actually matters.
Don't you?
Whatever happens now. Because the demand on the players, the demand that night, and the players should know exactly what this game means to Chelsea. Whether we've in a FA Cup final, Champions League final, Chelsea, Spurs, Chelsea, that game, that's probably the biggest game
Yeah.
And there are two in my mind, Liverpool and Spurs. But at this moment, at this part of the season, let me tell you, the natives, if we get beat or drop points, the natives will not be happy. We got booed against Forest. We got beat 3-1.
That's a hell of
I think
a
as
defeat,
a support base, we can take quite a lot. Like we're not, and people think we're very demanding, but we're not. We're quite understanding, quite forgiving, but not losing at home to Tottenham.
No, that's unacceptable.
It feels like you're already conceding defeat.
No,
it feels
chance.
Like look at Rory's
No.
grimace on his face.
I'm not conceding defeat.
no,
You're not saying you've lost already. Surely.
No, not already. I just think that we've got Callum McFarlane as manager. It's like I rate De Zerbi as a manager. I don't know who Callum McFarlane is, to be totally frank.
He went to Anfield, got a point. He went to Pep Guardiola, got a point.
Good point.
And honestly, I wouldn't.
Good point.
This is on the players.
Yeah.
They have let us down this season. I know there's been some mitigating circumstances, but they've let us down. If there's one performance at home you really want to dig in, and we saw this back in 2015, right?
Yeah.
Turn up against Spurs.
But the reason that it happened against Tottenham then, even though they had a terrible season, is because
2016.
it's because of the likes of Fabregas. Yes, 10 years.
Do you know, it's almost 10 years today.
10 years to the day. Do you know what is 10 years to the? Well, not 10 years. Do you know what is the anniversary today though?
Go on.
Batshuayi at the Hawthorns.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's today.
Yeah, that was the game.
But the players that won us that game, they didn't have a good season. Eden Hazard had a season off, but it was Hazard, Costa, Fabregas, players like that in the team. Who's that today?
Yeah.
Who's that? They're not there.
But who's their Harry Kane? Who's their Son?
No, agreed.
They are in a position of
Agreed.
weakness, as we are. No,
Fair play.
go and win that game.
I think it's a good counter argument. That I think both sides. It's a tough one to call. Don't get me wrong, it's a tough one to call. But you
I
guys,
don't think it is.
you can't be so pessimistic about
I
it.
think it is. No, Chelsea win.
They need a.
Yeah, I think
We win.
Would they take a point at Stamford Bridge?
100%.
Oh my gosh!
But not if
100%.
West Ham beat Newcastle.
They might have to. They
You take the point.
Do you think?
Of course you would.
Fascinating relegation battle. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Irons.
Yeah.
Right, okay, we're going to do a little bit of the season so far. That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to throw you a few questions and you tell me on instinct who you think the answer to these questions are. So we've got who has been the best signing of the season? I think with 2 games to go each, basically, unless you City, we can probably make a good judgment right now. I'm going to throw mine out there straight away because it's the one I'm most envious of, and you might be in agreement. Shirky, for me, has been one that's made an immediate impact. He looks like a baller. He looks like he's adapted to the Premier League. And more importantly, someone who can kick on. I think next season he'll be better than this season. So for me, the signing of the season so far is Shirky. I don't know where you guys want to go.
I think it's interesting. I think Ekitike, I know he got injured.
I agree. Fantastic
But I think
signing.
Ekitike looks like a player. Manchester United got some good, got it right in the previous window.
Lamans as well. Like, what a signing. that
Lamans
was.
is a great shout.
Yeah, incredible.
Lamans is a great shout. When you think of where Manchester United were with Onana,
Yeah.
I think Lamans.
We were on our knees, to be honest.
Also, like Cundy and Burmo, particularly, they've had their moments.
Yeah.
I think Manchester United did good business.
We did.
But Ekitike feels like a star.
Good shout, Ekitike. I like that. Where's your head, Jace?
Oh my God.
Any of those shouts?
I'm not sure there has been. Has there been a standout? Has there been
It's up for debate.
I don't know whether there has.
Gahey, what about the
The
mid-season?
problem is,
No, not Gahey.
Problem with your Cherky shout is last 4 or 5 months. I mean,
Yeah.
Gahey signed in January.
Very rarely do you get a player who's good all season.
I don't know whether
right?
has there been anyone? Are we missing someone that got signed in Jan? Sorry, signed in August that didn't get signed in Jan that really carried a team that moved them forward? I don't know whether there has been one.
I don't know.
Actually,
no, maybe not. Maybe
I
not.
don't know if
I think Shirky shows a lot of promise. I think Ekitike is a fantastic shout, and I think Lamans has transformed Man United.
but Liverpool are where they are.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not convinced there is one. I'm not convinced there's normally you get a candidate, we go,
Yeah, nobody's done.
it's him.
Yeah,
Like Haaland, right, when he signed.
yeah Haaland
right?
that year.
Okay.
Okay, right, there's that stands out. There ain't one of them this season.
Okay, right. That's an interesting point you make. Next question: what team has disappointed the most this season? One stands out to me straight away. Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think they're the worst defending champions we've seen in a long time.
There's so many teams that you can say here, which is why we are where we are.
Go on.
Chelsea. There's an argument to
Of
be made
course.
that the answer to this question is Liverpool. You
Yeah.
could argue it Chelsea. You could argue it Tottenham. You could argue it West Ham. I think that there has been some pitiful terrible performances from so many clubs.
Yeah, fair.
Big clubs, prestigious clubs. Like what Chelsea Tottenham should really be, at the very least, playing at this stage of the season, it should be a playoff for Champions League.
Yeah.
Between both clubs. Both clubs should be vying for Champions League. When you think about the Manchester United-Liverpool game that we had very recently, that should be a title decider. What was it? It was the least important game those two clubs have ever played. So I don't think anybody's...
Chelsea.
You think Chelsea?
Do you think Chelsea?
Yeah, for me, Spurs were fighting relegation last season.
Oh, God, we haven't said... Oh,
Right?
okay,
Yeah.
I see your
Right?
point. I see
Man
your point.
United last season, you're surprised, but...
Well, we were 15th and we've gone up to third. So
Okay,
it's- yeah.
Liverpool, I didn't think they were great last year. I thought that's one of the worst. It's the worst Liverpool side to win the Premier League. I know they're
And the worst one to retain it.
Right,
So
okay.
that they've got to be a shout.
Well, I think Chelsea might have been. I think we might have in that battle under Jose that year. Chelsea, for me, when you look at everything, money spent, everything, I think we probably, and this is coming from a Chelsea fan, maybe someone that doesn't support a Premier League club will have a different opinion, but I think you look at Liverpool weren't great last year. I didn't believe they were great.
Okay.
I don't. I
Do you
think
know
Chelsea.
why the answer is probably Chelsea? Liverpool are going to qualify for the Champions League. And for the first time under this ownership, I think in the summer of last year, off the back of winning that nonsense trophy in Poland, and then obviously what happened in New York City, I think there was genuine optimism. I think there actually was. Like, even I was. And I'm not enthralled by the ownership at all, and I've always been quite cynical. I was genuinely optimistic at the beginning of the season. I felt like there was something happening. And we've had 4 managers this season, one of them twice, who I wouldn't recognise if he was sat opposite me on the tube. Like, we've also had our worst ever manager in the history of the club.
Yeah.
Like, it's been bad.
But do you know what? Right, it's only 6 weeks. Our season has been defined by 6 weeks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I look at Liverpool.
And that appointment, like the
Yeah,
senior
and-
appointment,
yeah.
sacking Maresca in turn of the year.
Well, not yeah. He
Yeah.
wasn't sacked. There was
he was put in a position.
Yeah, but he kicked off. By the way, he wasn't sacked. He made sure he left the club. But the senior appointment and then that run of results has defined our season. We are not as bad up until that point that we are where we are now. We played Liverpool at the weekend, right? There is not much to choose between the pair of us. There really isn't.
I agree.
But that run of defeats and getting in that rut, winning's a habit, so's getting beat. And we got into a rut and a rut and a rut. And it's like, where's the next goal coming from? Next win coming from? That has defined our season. And you're talking about over a whole season of like 9 months, 6 weeks has decided we are going to finish where we are. And that's it.
But Liverpool are going to finish in the Champions League spots. We're going to do really well to finish in the top half of the league. At the beginning of the season, if I said to you Liverpool finished 4th, you might not have thought it, but it was not beyond the realms of possibility.
Okay.
If I said to you Chelsea are going to finish 11th,
Yeah.
you've gone, no.
Yeah.
Like, however bad it goes, you finish 8th. We're going to finish in the bottom half of the league.
It's a good shout.
Liverpool were starting from the top.
They were.
And we were starting from 4th.
But top to 4th is different from
Yeah, but
4th to...
I don't think Liverpool were great last season. Everyone tells me they were. They weren't. They simply
But
weren't.
the
And
recruitment
they
they
spent
made.
500 million quid.
Yeah, they spent a lot of money. It's up for debate. Let's ask
Yeah,
the
Liverpool
people
and
to get involved
Chelsea
in the comments.
can battle that one out.
I think it's out of them too.
Yeah,
I think you've convinced me
right.
Chelsea are in for that shout. It's in front of me, boys, so I'm really sorry about this. This is probably the 3rd week in a row we're going to do it. We're just asking whether you've changed your mind or not. Who's the player of the season?
Declan Rice.
Oh, it's not Declan
David
Rice.
Raya.
Who's the best player this calendar year? Bruno. No one spoke about. I don't know why you keep banging this drum.
It's 5 months, you know,
What?
by the way.
Why?
This calendar year now. You can't say that like
January,
it's we're in
February,
Feb.
March, April.
May.
No, we're not even halfway through May yet.
But we're still in May.
4.5.
4.5. Let's settle on 4.5.
No, but you can't have that. No, you can't. No one spoke about. I'm going to stick to this. No one spoke about Bruno for Christmas. No one.
That's not true.
No one.
It's
No
not
one
true.
spoke.
It's not true.
Well, you might have done.
Yeah, of course I did.
No one else
He was
did.
playing in a 6 and playing well.
He got a manager sack.
No, he didn't.
Well,
he kept the manager in the job for as long as he could. That's what he did. It wasn't the other way around.
No,
Trust me.
No, not having it.
Oh, well,
I'm going to die on that hill.
I know
He is
you will.
not.
Mate,
He is
Arsenal-
not the best player in the Premier League.
Arsenal have won the league, in my opinion, and they're possibly going to win a European Cup. I feel like the player of the season, sort of almost out of respect, has to come from there.
I think your Raya shout is a good one. I think he's
Goalkeepers though. Goalkeepers.
Yeah, it's a very particular. I don't
we
like.
can't do that.
I don't like doing it.
No,
about
I
No,
feel
we
like
can't
it.
do that.
But my
So
God,
you
he's been
feel
good.
better about CDM.
No,
my God,
no,
he's been
but,
good.
no, but this something about He's had a great defence. He's had the best two centre halves in front of him.
Say like
No, you can't say.
No, but I just don't. I don't know whether you can go and. When was the last time a goalkeeper won PFA Player of the Year?
Yeah.
Is it Pat Jennings?
Well,
good name.
Good
name.
David De Gea.
Good name.
He won a lot of Man United ones. I don't know if he won it for the
I don't know
Premier
whether I've
League.
made that up, but for me, yeah. Okay, look, Rodri won Ballon d'Or.
I know he did.
Right, there's a CDM. So
Who's better? Who's better at their peak?
Well, Rodri.
Yeah.
Right? Rodri.
Okay.
Has
fine.
anyone else? Did Jordan Henderson won it one year actually? That was like when you had the
Scotty
brilliance.
Parker won it.
You had the brilliance of like, but in the Liverpool team, it could have gone to Salah or Mane or for me, and it went to Henderson.
Yeah, for sure.
So it can go to the slightly more unappealing in the way that David Raya would.
Got
the
David
Bruno
Raya,
one-
Declan Rice, Bruno.
The Bruno one, I just can't get on board with. I
That's
simply
ridiculous,
can't.
Jace.
No, I can't.
Jace, you
I can't get on board
you
with.
can't be sat here with just with 2 more games to go for most teams
the
and
whole
say you don't
season.
think Bruno's the best player in the league.
The whole season.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
just.
not- I
played in the 6.
No, I
and
don't-
still played well.
I don't. Look,
Jace, I don't
no,
know why I can't get you
no,
on board with
because
this.
I just don't see it. No one mentioned his name.
Rory, I know for a fact that you're having Bruno.
Santa
there.
Claus was flying around the world and no one mentioned Bruno's name.
What is going on here?
That's a good point, well made.
No, it's not, Rory.
Mate, he starts talking about
Rory,
Santa
you're
Claus.
having Bruno.
Santa Claus.
You're having Bruno. You're having Bruno. I know you are. 'cause
My
I'm on your face.
argument is more. Arsenal are potentially making history. I just don't see how the best player in the
How are they
league
making
doesn't,
history?
because they've never won a European Cup and a.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right, fine.
they're potentially making history, and I don't see how the best player in the league can't come from them.
Well, if that's the shout, if that's
Yeah.
the premise, if that's your criteria,
No, it's just
fine.
my criteria though. It doesn't mean yours is wrong.
But
It doesn't
the
mean
best
Jason's
player
wrong.
in the league.
Yeah,
is
it's no.
Bruno
Most
Fernandes.
people would say to me, "Raw, that's dumb. It doesn't have to be that." I just kind of always go with when the Manager of the Year award comes out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm inclined to always go, well, who won it?
Okay, fine.
Which is basic for me.
Is that your
Kind of,
If that's
yeah.
your criteria, I can't disagree with it. That's fine. Jace, I have no idea where your head is right now. No idea. Absolutely, I'm lost. I think you're lost.
No, I'm not very much here.
Okay, fine. Right, okay. Well, let's move on. Again, get involved in the comments. This is every week at this point. I still can't convince him it's Bruno. Can I convince
If
you?
he wins it, I'll still say the same thing.
No. That's ridiculous. That's
No,
hater.
no,
That's something a hater would
No,
say.
I've sat
That's
here.
something a hater would say,
I've sat here
Rory.
all season saying it.
Okay. Right, fine. All right, fine. We'll move on to the best part of the show. Everyone's favourite time of the week. Ladies and
It's where
gentlemen,
we make friends.
it's comment
We actually
of the
make
week.
friends.
That's a comment of the week. Little line of text haunting me. Hey!
Okay, here we are. This is, but I have to say, I mean, there's a few comments. Thanks again for submitting all your comments. Hundreds of them, hundreds and hundreds. And they're overwhelmed with your take on Arsenal over celebrating. I don't think we can look anywhere else. So here we've got, it's an Arsenal badge as his display picture. So that's where we're starting. At 81DPL, more TalkSport bitterness. Come on, you Gunners. And he's put a little strong arm there. Do you like that you're fueling the Arsenal fans? You're putting
I
spin
like
on
that
it.
you're personifying TalkSport as well. It's like your
Yeah.
words, but it's calling
No,
it
I
TalkSport.
just
bit.
felt after the Champions League semi-final victory that you want celebrating from the fans' point of view. I don't have a problem with. It's the on-field antics of Arteta doing the jig. Honestly, it was him and whoever was arm around him look. I just feel that they've never won the Champions League,
No.
so getting to the final. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe
They've
I
only been
missed
to
it.
one final.
Maybe that's what. Maybe I missed it. Maybe that's it, Raw. Maybe it's actually getting there is what they're celebrating. Maybe I'm wrong. Actually,
Can you celebrate getting to a Champions League final? Is there any glory? Like, remember, the Champions League final is the land of milk and honey, right? It's the holy grail. Can you, on any definition, celebrate getting to an FA Cup final?
fans can.
To a Champions League final. Fans, not players.
I just felt it. I looked at it and went, "Whew." Let me tell you now, guys. You don't win it. The
Yeah.
memes that are going to
Yeah,
come
yeah.
out,
Cundy's gonna-
how you're going to
It's gonna
allow
get you.
yourself to be absolutely ridiculed. Go and win it. And from this point, let me tell you, if they don't win it, you wait. I'll be there for them.
Right, I've got another comment here. This was a flippant comment that I don't even know which one of you made this. Cole Palmer is borderline world class. Wow.
Well, I've definitely said something along those lines in my life.
Okay.
Have you?
Do you stand by it?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he's had it's alarming actually, the drop off of Cole, and I watched Cole's every game, and I've studied Cole a lot. There is something happened, and I don't know at what point did it really start to dip. In fact, I can probably try and pinpoint it. Club World Cup, one player of the Club World Cup, come back, start the season reasonably well from what I can remember. In fact, started very well. Picked up an injury, and there was something happened to him since the injury, and he come back nowhere near the level, nowhere near it.
Is he world class or one season wonder at the moment?
Well,
Where is it?
Well, he's somewhere in between that, because you don't do what he can do, but the problem you've got is that there is no body of work to kind of back up what he's done in the past.
Yeah.
What you've seen, you don't do what he did 2 seasons ago without having something under the bonnet, right? So there's clearly something he has got. There's a wealth of talent. He has been, whether it's physically, mentally, or whether structurally, the way he's being asked to play, and also the turmoil that Chelsea has been in. There's a number of reasons why that Cole is way off it, and the drop off from what he was doing 2 years ago to now is quite.
He is a world class player, though. He has world class talent.
can be.
Yeah, he can be.
Okay.
Like, I've never felt like very few players in the history of Chelsea Football Club that I've had the privilege of watching have made me feel like Cole Palmer made me feel. It's confined to the like Ruud Gullit when I was a kid. Just watching him made me inspired. Zola, Hazard, Robben, Palmer. Kind of, he's the only player that has made me do that. But I mean, I'd say this, and I say it kind of with regret. But the worst thing that could happen to Chelsea is that Cole Palmer goes to the World Cup. Like, this surgery issue, groin thing, needs to be fixed. He needs some time off.
I'm starting to come around that way of thinking.
No, I get where you're coming from.
A month ago, I wasn't in that camp. I'm now starting. The more I see Cole, I thought against Liverpool there were signs, but you can't. You need consistent performances, and I just think the boy needs a rest.
No,
I
fair.
genuinely feel he needs a rest.
No, fair, absolutely fair. But I'm going to award the comment of the week to @Jonas Filberg. And he said, on your take that Chelsea are burnt out because of the Club World Cup, he said, Jason Cundy makes Rory look like an elite pundit. And that was comment of the week.
That's a comment of the week. Little line of text haunting me. Hey!
Go on, do you know what the problem is, Jace? You know where you're very unlucky? If you talk about Chelsea being burnt out because of the Club World Cup, Paris Saint-Germain don't look too burnt out.
Oh, that's a great.
Right.
My gosh, that's a good point.
Right, you ready?
Jace?
You ready for this?
Go on.
How many games do you think Dembele is starting League?
Oh, this would be interesting.
How many games?
Good knowledge here.
All of them.
9.
Is that
No
right?
way. That's not true.
9.
Surely you could see the
Hey,
way that was going to go to the
Google
point.
it.
Yeah.
I've set him up though.
No.
That's the beauty.
I've seen that coming.
Yeah.
But no, and the league, come on, do me a favour. League.
He started 9 games.
Hey, we've moved on
I
from
know.
comment of the
Well,
week now.
he did until last week. He may have started.
Right, he
I very
might
much
have had
doubt it.
another one or
But
two, yeah.
they don't start. They rest players front, and it's a league where
We've
they don't have
moved
to.
on. We've
You are
moved on.
talking about.
Well done, Jonas.
Liverpool.
Well done,
I'm
Jonas.
just
Jonas,
saying.
Jonas,
Right?
great work.
Can I just make sure that I make my point?
Well done, Jonas Filberg. That was unbelievable. Comment of the week. Well deserved. As we move on to the studs up, usually it would be the ACCA, but we're doing a bet builder for the FA Cup final. That's what we're going to do. We'll pick a leg each. So let's see where we want to go with this. We can be fluid with it. How do we think the game's going to go? Jace, let's start with you.
Well, obviously I'm fearful. I'm not stupid. I realise they are overwhelming favourites. However, the optimism that I always go into as a Chelsea fan, and I haven't done that in 21 and in 12. We were underdogs severely. We had injuries and suspensions against Bayern Munich, against Man City in Porto. I remember going to that game fearful that we were going to have it handed to us. Never happened. And I think in the final, and we saw this with Southampton, they still have their half an eye maybe on winning the Premier League. Mm-hmm. At the point this goes out, they've not played Palace. It's Palace they got this week, right?
Yeah.
If they don't win that game, then it will be all eggs in one basket. If they still have an eye on the title, then I think he will pick a team that will be tailored to beating Chelsea, but also having another eye. He can't turn his distraction away from what the Premier League.
Yeah, he's been in
So I
place,
don't
hasn't
think we're going to see the full strength Manchester City. Having said all of that,
Yeah.
I've seen Chelsea pull rabbits out of hats, and it is literally a rabbit.
I know
out of
where
hat.
this is going.
But I'm going to say I think we lift the title.
Chelsea
I think
to
we
lift
lift
the cup, yeah?
Chelsea to lift the cup.
Guardiola lose 3 cup finals in a row.
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so Chelsea to lift the
I
cup
think
is the
Chelsea,
first leg
yeah.
of that bet builder. What leg do you want to put in?
I want to put in a goal scorer if that's okay.
Okay, yeah.
Enzo Fernandez.
Ah, right. Okay, so you got Enzo Fernandez to score. Big game player. Is that what you
Big
think?
game player, mate.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly that. I think Enzo Fernandez on the score sheet.
Okay, fine. All right, so Enzo Fernandez. I will go, though. What I'll put in there is both teams to score because there's no way you're winning 2-0. So I think that rounds off the bet builder quite nicely. So we've got Chelsea to lift the cup, Enzo Fernandez to pinpoint the goal scorer, but we've got City to score. But I was thinking about O'Reilly, but 2 anytime goal scorers is just probably a bit too much. So I'll go both teams to score, and we'll round off that, and that will be on site, and that'll be on the app as well. And I can also tell you the Super Boost is in that game, is in that FA Cup final. It's City to beat Chelsea. Sorry, boys. That's what TalkSport bet have boosted from 7 to 10. All the way to 6 to 5. So there we go. 18 plus, gamble aware. Of course, the full terms are on talksportbet.com. So please gamble responsibly. That Super Boost will be live at 6 p.m. on Friday. As I quickly move, and I've literally got a minute or two on this with the home of the Mount Rushmore. The most iconic moments in the Champions League history. That's what I've been given here. And I've been given some prompts. I mean, we kind of did this last week, but we can involve goals and things like this in this one. So we've got Zidane's volley, the Bale overhead kick.
yeah.
We've got the Ronaldo bicycle kick against Juventus, the miracle in Istanbul as an ensemble, as a package, Messi destroying Boateng I've got here in front of me, Drogba delivers Chelsea's first title. So I mean, I've got a few prompts here. What 4 we putting on there? I'm going to put my favourite ever Champions League goal for me is the Bale overhead kick. I think that's the best Champions League goal of all time.
Real Madrid beating Liverpool in Kiev.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
I'm going to put the Bale overhead kick. That's my pick.
it's possibly the best goal.
It still blows my mind when I see it. I
Possibly.
can't believe that happened. So that's my pick.
Yeah, I think Istanbul has to be in there.
Okay.
I'm probably going to be really boring here, but I would go Istanbul,
Yeah.
Chelsea beating Munich in Munich,
Okay.
and what Man United did in Barcelona.
Okay.
But this is really basic. I've just gone finals of English clubs.
I've written down 1999 here.
We'll put 99 in
Yeah.
there, of
I
course.
put it in there because those substitutions that Sir
Yeah,
Alex made,
Sherry.
and if you watch the in real time, it laps from the subs coming on to the equaliser and then the corner that wins it.
Yeah.
It's about 2.5 minutes, something ridiculous like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, no, it is, yeah.
You watch that back, any football event, it is good. Even as a Chelsea fan, that to me, those minutes there.
Mate, if you're a
Wow.
football fan, Chelsea in Munich, obviously. But if you're a football fan, can you imagine being a Man United fan in the Nou Camp when that happens?
I know,
You'd just be like, "Oh my god!"
I didn't think you guys would want to put that on there.
It's a great. The reason I always use that, it's a great example to prove that stats are meaningless. And if you base, or not totally meaningless, but they don't tell the full story.
No.
If you base your football appreciation on stats, you're a moron. That season, Teddy Sheringham scored 4 goals.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
season, 4 goals.
Yeah, yeah.
People, you'd look at the numbers, go, only got 4 that season. Sheringham centre forward, not very good return.
So we've got a
How much-
combination
Won the
of...
treble.
Yeah.
FA Cup final goal in the Nou Camp,
Yeah.
wins the flick on for the social winner. It's like
Big game
Teddy
player.
Sheringham, icon.
Yeah,
Big game
I
player.
think.
So we've got 99.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to put Bale's overhead kick.
the Zidane one
Istanbul
in
and
Hampden
Chelsea.
Park.
Zidane.
I mean, that
Ollie?
goal, that
would be on-
defies that moment, that goal. I can't tell you how hard.
Because it stopped Fergie. Fergie was meant to get to that final at Hampden.
I think you go Zidane volley, and then maybe Istanbul. I think Chelsea have to get left out. Sorry, boys.
That's fine. I ain't got a problem with that.
Yeah. Alright, no.
But the 99 for me.
Right,
Zidane.
we're locking those 4 in. Let us know if we got it wrong. Let us know if we got it right. And what I will tell you is the next time that we're here recording the Studs Up, we will know the fate of that Chelsea versus Spurs game. That is an absolutely massive one. Have you agreed with us? Have you disagreed with us? Get involved. Please put your comments of the week for next week. And the good thing about Studs Up is we'll be back next week. Take care.